Hey, what's up? It's Privacy J here. It's time for another season 2 of the Sundays live stream. But there's not only one, but two Sundays live stream because we're gonna do a double Sundays live stream for today. So we're talking about next parade since yesterday and last week and see what's happening, what's going on, and we'll talk about next game that we won last night, the other nights. So let's go on to today's topics. Wu-Tang Clan, Alicia Keys, and other stars was attend Nick's victory parade. The ticker tape parade was held on Thursday, and it was attended by a plethora of musicians. And watch Alicia Keys will perform Empire State of Mind below. My song of the year may be Aldous Harding's San Francisco, but even I can admit New York is the American city with the best musical history. Such it was that. At the end of the Knicks championship parade on Thursday, Alicia Keys appeared alongside of Mayor Mamdani, not to mention I don't talk about politics. And point guard Jalen Brunson on the steps of the city hall to belt out rendition of her and Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind. The anthemic tune played after many a sports victory in the city for hours across its 5 boroughs after the NBA Finals was won. Are we the champions or what? She exclaimed, accompanied by her son Egypt on the piano. She even threw a few verses of Billy Joel's New York State of Mind in for good measure. Keys wasn't the only star offering their services to the Knicks victory march on Thursday. Fat Joe appeared on a flat of his own alongside Mary J. Blige, Mobb Deep's Havoc, Tiana Taylor, Fabulous, Remy Ma, Young Miami, and many Wu-Tang affiliates. The float worked as a moving concert with the 90-minute set featuring a number of the present artist hits. Basketball has been synonymous with hip-hop for a long time. Method Man told Variety in an interview. Curtis Blow, anybody? Congrats to the Knicks and congrats to Fat Joe. It's been a long time coming. Watch Alicia Keys' performance below. Let's move on to today's topics. John Turturro walked across the Brooklyn Bridge so he could be at the Knicks parade. Brucean level grit from the night of actor. John Turturro was on the subway from Brooklyn early Thursday morning, heading to the Knicks parade like a million other giddy schlubs. When he hit a snag, the subway on the Brooklyn side was, for security reasons, skipping all the way to 14th Street in Manhattan, miles from the parade. So Turturro did what his Knicks would do when faced with an obstacle. He found a way. The actor decided to get off the train and walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, joining an impromptu group of determined fans. Along the way, he made a new friend, of course, a woman named Alma, whom he helped get into the tightly controlled parade pen when they arrived. I know how to walk to the Brooklyn Bridge, so I walked, he said. I knew Anunobi Esque in his demeanor. Of all the Knicks devoted celebrity fans, this title run not named Spike Lee, Shalamet Stiller, Hargitay Morgan, Turturro may hold the claim on most ardent and certainly the most long time. He listened to the early 1970s championships as a teenager in Queens on the radio, sweating out every Bill Bradley board and Earl the Pearl circus jumper. So devoted was he to those title teams, he lobbied his mother to send away for tickets to Willis Reed's short-lived talk show. When the Knicks lost the finals in 1971, he threw a shoe and broke his family's small Zenith black and white TV that 1994 Game 7 when John Starks kept clanging shots as the title slipped away against the Rockets. Turturro was at the arena in Houston, endorsing the same agita as the rest of us. All that pain, of course, makes the current run that much sweeter. We've been through thick and thin, some really dark days. Really dark, Turturro said, slipping into a tormented memory hole as he cited the lack of supporting cast for Patrick Ewing, the 2010s era trading of the farm for Camellia, and other traumas known mainly to the Knicks PTSD ed. Then his mood turned exultant. Brunson, he's just a winner. What he did in the last game, he took it to Wemby. Even Shea Alexander didn't take it to him like that. He said, referring to the Spurs being man and thunder, MVP respectively. As he sat on a Zoom with a reporter Thursday afternoon, still wearing a Knicks championship T-shirt, but back home in Brooklyn, in his book-filled reading room, Turturro still couldn't contain himself. 16-3, 16-3, he said, noting the team's playoff record this season. I mean, that's just his voice trailed off in disbelief. Turturro is the kind of a fan for whom team, city, and personal identity become so entwined you, and they are not sure where one ends at other and the other begins, or sometimes which they're referring to. A long-time season ticket holder, he often goes to games with his Do the Right Thing collaborator Spike Lee, who invited him down for the title clinching Game 5 in San Antonio. When Lee's wife couldn't make the trip, their basketball friendship has the stuff an odd couple buddy comedy. Once Spike couldn't pay him on an Edie movie that Turturro did a cameo on, so instead Lee gave him tickets to 4 games. On another film, Turturro was able to get the number of games up. When Charles Barkley was playing, he would make a habit of predicting the Knicks player he would dunk on. Turturro and Lee sitting courtside, then go out and do it. Once Shaq nearly fell on them when he was playing for Orlando. Turturro tucked Lee underneath to protect him. I'm bigger than him, so I figured that was something I should do, he said reasonably. On the set of Surveillance in recent years, Turturro would often talk about the Knicks with Stiller and Britt Lower, who played high school ball, but I used to offer humans Knicks tickets a lot. And a lot of times there were no takers, he said ruefully, a phenomenon he noted was unlikely to happen now. It's been a starved fan base, but we've been building up hope, he said, before going to the epic comeback in Game 4, a topic that, in fairness, like many New Yorkers right now, he can't go 5 seconds without bringing up. I was completely depressed. We were saying they were destroying us, and then we saw a miracle, he noted to a New York mayor's speech at the parade about the very tall. He talked about the 0.4%. That's what we do, he said, presumably referring to Knicks or Knicks fans or New Yorkers or just humans. When you gave us 0.4%, that's when we are at our best. Ask about Taylor Swift's courtside presence at the miraculous Game 4. Turturro said semi obliquely, there are humans who come and show up there. Who will they show up again? I don't know. It is what it is. The actor who stars in the upcoming Sundance Darling and Gritty got him picture. The only living pickpocket in New York says he finds the dialogue between the city and the Knicks' long running theme. When I was a kid, the Knicks brought the city together at a tumult, tumultuous, tumultuous time. A beautiful team of black and white players. Now he said the club has had the same effect. You feel it outside. You feel it outside the garden and on the train home, which he regularly takes. Sports can be a unifying thing. Everyone talking to each other, a beautiful thing. While the Hollywood angles to this Knicks title run seem obvious, Tutorial isn't convinced the team is ready for a sports movie treatment. The thing about basketball movies is you need humans who can play basketball. They need to hoop. That's not so easy. But the actor has another idea. I would take 7 of them and remake 7 Samari. He said, 7 Samari with the Knicks. OG would be the guy with that ball and arrow. Brunson, you could see, would lead the guys when they were outnumbered. Josh Hart would be the crazy Tushiro Mifune character now that I can see. Okay. Last topic. What's the next and last topic? Wemby misses at the end. Knicks beat Spurs 105-104 for a 2.2 -0 lead in NBA Finals. So these are the scores from Knicks and Spurs. So 105, 95, 109, 105, 104, 111, 115, 107, 106, 94, and 90. So the game finals was the playoffs and season tied at 132 and 134 as well, 104 and 89. So San Antonio, go crazy New York, or perhaps more accurately crazier. The red hot Knicks are going home, 2 wins away from an NBA championship that the capital of the world has been waiting to see for generations. Jalen Brunson hit a go-ahead free throw with 9.5 seconds left after a turnover by Victor Wembanyama moments earlier. Then when Banyama missed a jumper at the end of the New York's 105 slash -104 win over the San Antonio Spurs on Friday night for a 2.0 lead in the NBA Finals. What a bowl game. Knicks coach Mike Brown marveled. Karl Anthony Towns had 21 points and 13 rebounds, while Brunson and Mikal Bridges each scored 20 for the Knicks. They have won 13 straight, the second longest streak by any team in NBA playoff history. New York showed up, Towns said. The fans showed up. The energy showed up. And we found a way to get it done. The Knicks are now just the 3rd team to win first 2 games on the finals on the road, joining Michael Jordan and the 1993 Chicago Bulls and Hakeem Olajuwon and the 1995 Houston Rockets. Both of those teams won the championships. The Bulls needing 6 games to oust the Phoenix Suns. The Rockets going home after winning those first 2 games in Orlando's and sweeping the Magic. The Knicks, seeking their first championship since 1973, are in position to join them. When Banyama, after a very quiet first half, scored 29. De'Aaron Fox had 20 for San Antonio. We can't change the past. When Banyama said, we're already thinking about Game 3. The series now shifts to New York. Game 3 is at Madison Square Garden at Monday night. We don't mention all this. That's politics. A native New Yorker plans on attending Monday, and ticket prices on the secondary market for the worst seats at MSG were approaching $9,000 a piece on Friday night, with Knicks fans evidently willing to pay tippy top dollar just to be in the building as the team nears what would be its first championship in 53 years. The Spurs were down 14 midway through the fourth and came all the way back, scoring the next 14 points to tie the game. Wembanyama Wembanyama's 3-point play with 57 seconds left gave the Spurs their first lead in nearly 2 full quarters, putting San Antonio's up to 104 minus 102. Sorry. We showed tremendous desperation, urgency, and competitive response. Spurs coach Mitch Johnson said, "Hopefully, we can try to bottle that up and try to play to that same level." But the Knicks got the last three. Brunson, the hero of Game 1 for the Knicks, getting them all. Brunson scored on the next position, just his 7th basket in 24 shots on the night, and the game was tied. Wembanyama missed a long jumper. OG Anubai got the rebound for New York with 30 seconds left. The Knicks called time, and the stage was set. The Spurs got to stop, but when Wembanyama threw the ball away, Brunson got fouled. The Knicks had the lead back, and before long, Spurs fans were filling out of the arena, possibly for the final time this season. The Spurs called time with 7.5 seconds remaining. Fox took the inbound pass, then set up Wembanyama for a jumper that would have won it. The shot bounced off the rim, and it was over. We had to get a stop. We hadn't gotten a stop all quarter, Towns said. They got their stop. Next stop, New York, where the hottest team in basketball knows an NBA title is just 2 wins away. Okay, so anyways, that's all for today's stream. And coming up at 7, we're talking about Juneteenth and especially Columbia Festival and many more and Apple updates, and that's what we're gonna know. We'll talk about. So stay tuned for 7, and like and comment, subscribe, and let me know about it. So we're gonna subscribe to my 3 channels: Private CJ Productions 1, 2, and 3, and my content. All of my social medias will let you know all about it. Facebook, my name is Jaden Garcia. And Instagram, JTech727. Snapchat is Scoots0727. Follow me on X, PrivacyJNYC1. And follow me on TikTok, PrivacyJ Official. Same name on Instagram. So thanks for watching, and peace out.